Game. Fourth quarterfinal of the day. We have for the Lao Pao Esports Club Fortitude. Top 3 WGL. Last time carry for LP in the WGL, in the Super WGL. But has a little fallen off since this is one of his better tournaments in recent history. One SO3 away from the Final Four. His opponent though, 1-0. I was severely disappointed by him on Friday when he was playing in the round of 8 at WGL April. He was beaten by Moon and Colorful. 0-2, 0-2, bye-bye. Didn't feel the need to play properly. I hope he steps it up today though. Different matchups. And he's been looking really good there lately. So if you survive this round, by the way, you double your prize money up to $1,100 from $500 for reaching the playoffs. Thank you, Blue Moon, for your Prime sub. Stats-wise, it's looking kinda rough. What did I say before? It's like
something to 3,
13-3 or something. Yeah, 1-0 usually has the edge. Both new players since like 2014, when this generation of Warcraft started. Not too many players have emerged into the S tier alongside TH Infi, Moon, Lin. But he was able to, 2-time world champion, the undead, to get the Scourge out of their misery after the disappearing of Tad. But yeah, it's not going to be easy against Fortitude. He loves to play tanks. But 1-0 loves to break expansions before human can play tanks. So looking forward to this game a lot.
Northern Isle's going to be the first map. And if ever there was a map for Dreadlord Fast Expo shenanigans, it's probably this one. We've seen it, of course, on multiple maps. But 1-0 recently has been playing pretty seriously, so it's not that likely anymore that he goofs around so much in these online tournaments. Also, he's the only undead still represented in the tournament, and I think that always comes with a bit of extra pride when he is the sole representative to score for the Scourge. You see what I did there? Yeah, there was alliteration, because I am a poet. Cookie Killer, thank you for the €2 donation. He says, to increase that hustle star rating, bro. Definition of hustle: working hard, usually towards the common goal of creating an income. Well, that helps us with creating that income. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Cookie. Yeah, it could be an orc mirror and a human mirror for the finals tomorrow. The only one to prevent that is 1-0. To be honest, his Dreadlord Fast expansions haven't looked real good in the matchup versus Night Elf. I wonder if it's going to be different against Undead, or if he's going to be back to DK Ted Fiends breaking expansions.
Chad is saying, I feel Dreadlord would be a legit strat against Fortitude. If Fortitude just hunkers down and goes for his typical tank play, I mean, level 5 Dreadlord is the best thing ever against tanks.
Yeah, since it was changed, that glorious balance change that Carrion Swarm can affect mechanical. Lots of humans are very, very happy about that. I don't know who's responsible for that change. But yeah, could be really, really, really good. Could also harass peasant lines with that. There's definitely a way to play this. But I guess it's up to 1-0. In what mood is he today? And how important is this tournament to him? Interesting, by the way, that they give the newbie clan tag to Lin, but not to 1-0.
Is that because of the HD photos they have of the players?
I don't know. Well, the game is supposed to start in a bit. Let's go into map number 1.
I think it's going to be a regame.
Well, it doesn't matter what you think. It is 1-0 in the red in the bottom left, representing the undead, and Fortitude in the upper right. No one is off racing. That's a good sign. So human representation here in the second quarterfinal in a row could make the human mirror possible in the semis, as Sock is waiting for the winner of this one.
All right, looking fairly standard here so far with the early scout tower coming up. This is the first deviation from standard that we see. Much earlier than normally. We would expect this. Like the base build by 1-0. Shop protected in the back. Graveyard semi-exposed in the front. That's what you want to do. Side, this especially goes out to you. I saw that game against the Muslim. That shop was way too far forward, bro.
Alright, so with this being a Fortitude game, I think the question is not will he expand or not. The answer is going to be yes. The question is how many footmen and when does he expand? And how much time does 1-0 have? Is he going for the Murloc? Hoping for that lightning shield again? We've seen this more and more.
DK taking a bit too much damage here, and also Peasants taking a bit too much damage, but normally shouldn't be too painful. Circle for the DK early on is certainly nice. If 1-0 wants to be in time for the Expo creep, he cannot afford to go for the green camp. In fact, it looks like he's kind of too late already. This is the creep route that Infi used to defeat Happy. Green into expansion gives you fast Expo, of course, but reaching level 3 can be really difficult. So this is the trade-off here that Fortitude goes for in the early game. Low leveling, but fast expansion, hoping for no creeps to be stolen by the DK and for the Peasants to have a fairly easy life.
Alright.
DK gets level 2 and gets a new route of Necromancy. And even when the camp is taken, after that still, a lot of Peasants can end up dying.
Yeah, we've seen this by 1-0 especially. 6 skeletons raised before he attacks the Town Hall. We have 2, we have 4, and I guess we're gonna see 5 and 6. And last time I've seen this, I had no idea how to prevent this and how to counter it. Did Fortitude come up with a solution? He has the Footman here, he has Water Elementals here as well. Maybe rushing the Arcane Tower a little, but yeah, this is when the harass starts.
He had a scout footy, so he quickly came over to deal with this as best as he could. 1 peasant down so far, 2nd peasant going down. So there's no way to prevent all peasants from dying. Some will die. Question is just how many. Tower gets cancelled as well. The Fiend makes sure of this.
That's a big deal. 2 workers about to fall.
Down now.
But all the skeletons gone with this one. Does he have Rod of Necromancies remaining? Yeah, 3 actually. Takes a step back, waits until the cooldown is over. Still a power build, gets the Expo up.
And the IM is still not level 3.
Yeah, this harass can continue. Of course, can't prevent that Expo anymore. 1-0 should be in the way to tier 2 already. He is already on tier 2.
Oh, supply blocked.
Huh?
Wait, isn't he? Just
no.
Wait.
No.
I'm confused. Okay. Was he for a second? Maybe he was.
Surround the DK!
Surround.
Vanilla surround. That is a TP. And that's how you stop an undead harass. Ooh, that's a lot of time for Fortitude.
Is all the Arcane Tower cancelled again, though? But yeah, good for Fortitude. Should give him easy time now for level 3, finally. And also, this DK being so low HP is going to make it a lot tougher to engage into hit trading before statues are out. But statues will be coming soon. 1-0 normally goes for 36 supply tech, quite a bit later than Happy, for example, who normally goes for 30 supply tech, much quicker on his way to tier 3. That's going to be coming out soon as well. DK now very close to that level 3. Oh, staff in from the AM. Would love to snipe a Fiend here, but There are coils.
No. No mana for a coil at the moment. Needs to wait, and then there's one at least. Or he goes for potions, but that's quite expensive. You don't want that. So TP gone. No level 3. Expo is mining. Can imagine he's teching already. Alright, Nova helps, but he's moving all the footmen back. We'll have a way easier defense in the north. He's a little out of position. 1-0 will arrive at the expansion a lot earlier.
Yeah, Fortitude was trying to threaten a counterattack here, but 1-0 is just ignoring this counterattack potential, which probably means that he's not even teching yet. But now, with seeing the human following him as well, 1-0, I'm pretty sure just started his tier 3 tech a second ago. And the Fiends arrive at the expansion. That is one easy tower cancel. Fortitude has to come home to keep his expo safe. Aggressive Coil Nova against this AM. But he is kind of okay. Has those rings to protect him and also a very juicy replenishment.
There is another Coil Nova ready, but I'd rather want to use it. Oh, with the Scroll of the Beast. This is a heavy push. Super hard to defend for Fortitude. Calling in the Militia. Dealing lots of damage to that Fiend Nova, but the Fiends are trapped and one of them is hurt. Whee! Nice defense so far.
Yeah, this was an excellent Militia call. Perfectly timed. Fortitude saw this one coming and gets a surround on a Fiend there as well. There is Burrow, however,
Wow.
and no dust to reveal it, but that was a super strong defense against this scroll push.
Seriously, super impressive. 43 supply only. No MK yet, but still finding a good solution. Tier 2, was it finished?
No, not yet.
Right.
Still in progress.
Once again, 1-0 with this one Acolyte repairing the statues. We've seen this more and more.
I was doing this months ago already, by the way. I see Units are catching up finally. Oh, another surround! And that Lich? Wait, is he just dead?
Oh, Coil is not ready.
Oh, wow.
He is dead. Fortitude seemingly holding this on tier 1, early tier 2. Without that Lich, what can you do? And that was a heavy commitment to tier 2, wasn't it? I'm not even... like, is he teching? He must be teching. But he got Burrow. And 2 statues.
Yeah. Lich kill looks nice, but honestly, it's only level 1 hero. He's back very soon. That's not expensive at all. And yeah, it's a bit of experience for the AM, but it's not that much. And tier 3 is going to be finished here in just a second, and the Lich is going to grab up the orb, and we're going to have Destroyer form coming in. And that is where the real trouble begins. The tier 3 undead push.
Yeah, the third power spike.
1-0 scouts the main. I like that. He's checking out where there are fewer towers.
But for now, just more creeping. Close to 4. Still no MK. Desperately waiting for that. Lich is back with Orb. So, tier 3, counting the seconds until Destroyer upgrade is finished.
1-0 has the supply open for a third hero. A Dreadlord. Possible, but more likely is certainly a Pit Lord.
Yeah, Dark Ranger would be kind of weird to see these days. Okay, so we're going for this patented Chinese anti-undead play, sending all the footmen into the base, trying to cancel something, but cancel culture hasn't arrived in the undead base. So
Normally,
in
in this situation, the DK is always sent back to deal with this pressure, but it's only a Destroyer here at home defending. And one tower coming up, one Spirit Tower. 2 more Relics is going to be lost. That's going to be kind of painful here for 1-0. But yeah, DK isn't even required, it seems, to deal with all this.
Trying to break the base. We have Workshop coming, tier 3 on the way. Now staffing home with an Archmage. He's no Blizzard yet, still Water Elemental. Okay, there's gonna be an entrance soon.
Few breakers starting to come out, but no tier 3 yet. Not a big army yet here for Fortitude. He's got lots of gold. He could spend quite a bit of it.
Kind of low footman number for a Fortitude hold. Ooh, coil
lost.
too
Big
late.
mistake by 1-0.
Yes.
That was very sloppy.
2 towers attacking the Fiend here again. Not burning any mana. A little bit of a mistake.
But Fortitude is in tier 3. He doesn't have time for tanks, but he should have time for this pally to come out. Should have time for 1 or 2 knights to come out.
Oh, this pally though. Alta is very, very, very hurt. And down it goes. No paladin this is. But we go on to the Fiends again with Militia Call. Looks like 1-0 has to retreat a little, but the hero's still looking strong. Lich without mana. This coil arrives. Destroyer up in the air as well. He's hunting these Fiends. And it's working kind of well, but there's Burrow.
Yeah, and no gyros yet for the detection against the burrow. Normally, they should always be close by.
Thank you,
But
Sarah.
having that paladin especially hurts so much.
Thank you, Sarah, for the 10-month resub, and Nitz for continuing your sub and gifting a sub. Wonderful. So, Fortitude still mining from 2 bases. 3 production buildings, if not more. I don't know what's at the expansion.
Does he have 0 gyros?
Mm-hmm. Fortitude plays tanks only.
Doesn't have time for tanks though. It's too much pressure.
And he's supply stuck after this. Okay, that's a huge issue. Alta is coming. He's gonna get that paladin. He needs more farms. We need more farms.
Good, Rain of Fire against all these towers here. Tower's still standing for a little bit, but the Arcane is taken out. Now Fortitude comes back in for the defense. One Knight extremely damaged already. But 1-0's mana isn't looking the greatest anymore. Only the DK really has spells to use.
Yeah, no catch. He's distracting a lot. And he did build the farms. He is up at 58. 1-0 breaking upkeep as well. But of course, huge echo for Fortitude. Twice the income. So we step back a little. And we grind levels. It's going to be 3-2.
Fortitude coming in for the Creepjack. MK looking to kill something off with a Stormbolt and might be able to get this Fiend as well. Sundering Blades just finished a second ago. Fiend lost. Way in the back. A statue also might be falling. There's more Stormbolts to be used. A Breaker loses its life as well. But Fortitude is looking eager to fight. Another Stormbolt. Perhaps another kill. The Orb of Fire is helping out here with a healing reduction. And that is another kill.
Okay, Abomination comes in for the rescue. Wearing bright red these days. Lich has level 3. That's a big level up for damage as well. But lots of units are falling everywhere. Another Breaker down. And another Knight will probably fall. Yep, down he goes. Man, Coil lasted as well. 1-0 with many, many, many kills. 15 supply just gone.
And there's more and more levels for 1-0 here. It's close to 4-3-3 now. Seems like he's gonna get that right here. Pit Lord needs one more kill for that level 3.
Mana Stone's so good on the DK. So good. We get staffs with the orb, as you mentioned. Frost armor again against the knights is wonderful. I don't have Disease Cloud yet.
You're just playing without gyros.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I don't care about the destroyer. Okay, mining denied. So, how do we get these human heroes to levels without losing the base? I think that's mission impossible. You invest a lot into items. Double heal potion, invul potion. Level 3 Pit Lord now. Oh, the hero levels are going real crazy for 1-0.
And now he has double statue again, so lots of sustain on the ground.
Triple statue, actually. Another knight is waiting there. Kind of the last call for Fortitude. Supply deficit, level deficit. And there's a big solution to against these knights. One defensively with frost armor, one aggressively with magic damage and spell damage. And the water elementals don't do anything. Forcing him back a little with militia called here. Oh, the burrows. Real good. And the coil is ready. The kills only go 1-0's way.
One Fiend finally does go down, but this was a marvelous trade for 1-0, taking out all the militia here as well. AM chasing hard for these statues. Maybe he gets one, but boy, does that take him a lot of time. And actually, the statue might even get away. Finally, there's a gyro for detection.
Triple kill on the peasants, though, with one cleave. And if you're chased by knights... Oh! I was about to say that you can just fly away. But Archmage was ready with Orb. So we continue to pressure the castle. Repair, not possible. Level 5 DK, and the castle falls. Tech gone. No knights, no tanks, no solution.
Yeah, this seems to be game. Oh boy, that Coil Nova just exploded that knight right there.
That game is done. That's 20 supply.
Yep, certainly looks like it. And now that level 2 Rain of Fire. Oh my god, the AoE damage.
This is unholdable. This is absolutely unholdable. Oh, Knight is poor guy. He thought he's safe. He thought he gets his cure and his remedy. But all he got is death.
Sanctuary my ass!
That's another way of putting it, yes. Try to catch reinforcements. I think it's a nice way. Fortitude always with big fighting spirit. Always leaving games. Only when it's really over. But my dude, this game is really over.
He's lining up a Coil Nova. He's got it ready. Paul Dagger's on cooldown right now. Could go for an execute. But he's rather going for the defensive frost armor and defensive coils. And why not? 1-0 doesn't have to force any big plays. He's so far ahead. That's the game. GG.
1-0 takes things seriously again. He is back to the DK Tet Fiends opening and he's back to success. Not as crazy as it was on Thursday when he just killed everything with the first rod of necromancy pretty much. But yeah. Not many big mistakes there at all. Not the heaviest losses. Wasn't attackable in the main. This dive by Fortitude was a little too late, I guess. Everything was there already. And then just a lot of pressure.
Yeah, classic Undead versus Human. Human expands, Undead tries to harass, and then all-ins.
Yeah.
We really need a new meta in this freaking matchup. Who can come up with it?
Well, you are the one talking to Blizzard all the time about changes.
I don't know. Well, if a new meta is being discovered, normally it's Lin and TH and Infi, you know. I thought there for a long time. When was that? 2 WGLs ago? Man, it feels longer. You know, when the humans were playing the one base play, I was like, man, look at this revolutionary new play style. Was quite successful as well, but that was only a short fad. Lasted for like half a year. And after that, all the humans were back to fast expanding. With the exception of Hawk, who still mixes it up. So waiting for the Pally rifles to start getting played.
All right. So map 2, Fortitude's choice. So far, only full distance best of 3s. Will that change now? Will it be a clean 2-0? Would be a nice statement by 1-0. that he still takes tournaments seriously, except WGL qualifiers. And that he's still on top. Certainly the best internationally competing undead we have, with Happy not playing Chinese tournaments anymore.
Yeah, Fortitude. That first game didn't look very promising. Yeah, this level 2 DK swoop in towards the expansion.
So powerful.
We've been seeing this quite a bit recently, and this might actually be better than harassing whilst the human is creeping.
Yeah.
Because
this wasn't even the final form of this harass, I feel. He just harassed with 4 skeletons. If this is 6, like, it's way more kills than even later expansion. I really feel bad for human these days, because, like, what to do against it? The prep for Fortitude for that was already quite good, with 2 water elementals, and he was there when the undead arrived.
Yeah. Like, the best way to deal with that is put early damage on the DK, but if he doesn't come to harass you at the expansion, then you can't put damage on him.
Yeah.
So maybe you should go for a different creep route. Go for double green into Expo, maybe. And then harass him and put damage on him when he's close by. But there's no easy answer. Concealed Hill. Our map 2.
Yeah, match points for the Necromancer. Could be very, very, very disruptive as well, but that's Fortitude's map, one of the hardest expansion maps.
I wonder if this is just the new meta for 1.2.0. Just creep 2 camps at the beginning, don't care about him creeping the expansion, and then come in after to snipe the peasants. But if there is one map where it's really tempting to go for Expo creep harass, it's this one. You can snipe the big boy overseer, you can kill lots of peasants, there's poison involved everywhere. One good reason why a lot of humans here on this map in the past liked playing 1 base tier 3, which a lot of humans played in the past indeed, but I've never seen Fortitude, I think, ever not fast expand against undead.
No, it's like the old Infi meme that he always plays 2 base, which has changed. Alrighty, Fortitude upper right, fighting for survival. Has to tie this up to stay alive, and 1-2-0 1 map away from the semifinal versus Sock.
We need a tower buff again, chat is saying. Do we really? Do we really want a meta returning where against Orc and against Night Elf we see tier 2 tower pushes all the time? I'm not so sure about that.
Thank you, Lyrics91, for the tier 1 sub. And now, by the way, chat is going to be busy shitting on the graphics, so that talk is over anyway. It is again Ted Fiends, no Dread Lordo, no Lich. So standard again. This could be a nasty, nasty, nasty creep jack or harass.
Arcane Tower early in the main for Fortitude again. Isn't this just a waste?
On Thursday, no, was it? Yeah, I think on Thursday, 1-2-0 was not always going for the expansion, but sometimes mixed it up and went for the main, especially on AZ. So just to be ready for that, I think it's fine. Lab creep.
Yeah, on AZ I can understand it, because on AZ the main and the expo are really close to each other, so the undead can bob in between the 2 bases at all times. But here it's a little bit harder. But yeah, lab creep, which 1-2-0 somehow is reading and is coming in to harass. But he's gonna get 2 peasants here. Okay, more skeletons. Okay.
Yep.
All right, this could be quite a few peasant kills.
Yep. And that's not even the expansion creep. He's gonna be back for more. It was okay. I think now it's really great to have that arcane tower to keep the peasants safe and prevent the skeletons from moving in and kill them off.
Good movement on the DK as well. It's really tempting to go and get one hit on that peasant coil and kill it off, but it's not worth it. DK HP is extremely crucial. Maybe on this map, you can afford to be a little more liberal with your HP expenditure, since there is fountains. But still, good movement and making sure it doesn't overextend. 4 farms, by the way, before expansion, so boy oh boy, this expo is certainly not going to be too quick.
Yeah, 2 spots as well before expo creep. This is, of course, this is already attack for 1-0. This is going to be fast destroyers once again.
Oh, almost a surround on the DK. Nice work by the cameraman, almost caught it. Oh, that peasant! Ah, does not quite survive.
So that's only 3 peasant kills, right? 4 would be half.
It's only 3 before the expo creeps. So.
Yeah, that's
and the Fiend brought in Rod of Necromancy with the backpack. Man, that's rare to see nowadays.
He's playing backpack the entire week already. And does it pretty effectively so.
Oh, there was once Acolyte not clicked on the gold mine, so he's only mining with 4 right now.
Oi. Alright, that's an Acolyte gone here. How heavy is this harass? How many kills can he get? Code is on cooldown. That's level 3.
Yeah. He played really well about the kill threshold. These assassins and what's the other one called? Warden in the back. Not exposed at all. 2 footies on the Fiend. Putting some damage on this, but then still gives this easy opening for the last hit of the big boy ogre. Big boy Noel. That could have been done a little bit better.
More kills. So he has he has 5 left, 4 left. That should be alright for the expo. For now. Resources are okay as well. But this heavy tier 1 commitment, is that working against an undead like 1-0?
Yeah, the lumber is looking okay-ish.
Good to keep the footman at the fountains as well. Make sure that's not too much healing. Ooh, staff's on it. That should be the necessary damage, but that opens up the expansion. How to hold?
It's only footies here now. Oh, this peasant's once again exposed.
Yep. Yep, that's a lot of kills. Oi, oi, oi.
I don't know about that staff, dude. I'm not so sure about that staff. Ooh, that's a lot of kills.
He should be able to finish.
If he gets the tower as well. Oh, yeah.
He just continues this rampage. He has another Rod of Necromancy ready.
Oh, surround?
Yeah, slipping through.
Not quite. And 8 charges of Rod of Necromancy used.
Yep.
So
and more kills.
Many skeletons.
It's 2 more kills right there.
Dude. Look at the experience bar of the DK. He's pretty close to 3. He didn't creep a single camp this game.
That's absolutely correct. Saving the Fiend as well. I'm no fan of this lab green expo creep route. What did he think?
What was he thinking?
What was he thinking? Like, was he thinking it's a Dreadlord and he's expanding himself so he has all the time in the world? I don't know. Against an aggressive 1-0, how is this supposed to work?
Oh, nice around the water elemental, making sure the Fiend in the back is safe. That's, of course, more experience also. Cookie Killer 92 comes in with another €2 donation. Says, no shitting on graphics and please no tower buff. But serious thought isn't the biggest problem. The movement speed aura on high level combined with the sustain. The kiting game is so good the human can never keep up and have to try make the experience work. Well, it's a very extended question and certainly movement speed is very good. But if you change movement speed aura that's like changing everything for undead. So it's not. It wouldn't affect this matchup only. It would affect every matchup, every game, everywhere. So you know, not so easy. Level 3 now for the DK. But also really good experience here for the AM. Close to 4 already. And in a position to run by into the main. Does he have a Zeppelin? He does.
Typical
Retrain.
Fortitude style. Blizzard it is. Infi style. But he must be ready. So he needs Web. And a Fiend in the main. Then it should be fine.
And that's the cool thing about creeping the lab early, I guess. Good old Twisted Meadows game playstyle. Remember? When every undead was going for a gargoyle because this thing would every time be
That
played.
was wonderful. I think he saw this coming for a long time. That doesn't really work. Was exposed way too early.
It still forces 1-0 to stay back home. And it seems like he doesn't want to go for web yet. He's going for destroyer for him instead. And with that, we'll have a destroyer in the back. But I think this is an effective Zeppelin already. 1-0 is just camping at home.
Would of course love to force some repair, kill some acolytes. Okay, he's moving out now. Did this leave a Fiend behind? DK stays at home. Okay. No Pit Lord yet. Orb is out. Waiting for Destroyer upgrade, I guess, but far away from the tavern as well.
So how good is the SimCity for Fortitude? How well can he fend off this Lich without the army? Main base, towers seem to be pretty... Wait a minute. Is he not even tier 2 yet?
Nope.
Ooh, that's late.
Yeah, that's what you get. With all the early game investment. And all the losses.
And
So-
the SimCity at the expansion is okay, but the towers can still be reached. The peasants still can kind of be reached. And here comes the Pit Lord!
Yeah, but here comes also the Zeppelin. There's 2 towers. Okay. Rate of fire coming in a sec. So shop gone. Mountain King still far away. Tier 2 finished now. And here we go. Immediately portaling home with the DK. Ghouls are there. DK is there. Level 4. That does help. But there's another coil. Oh, Invul. Oh, he's committing hard to this.
Oh, DK surrounded over there.
Yeah, use the TP before. No, use the staff before. Ghouls are suffering. Fiend is here. Man, this invul lasts forever. But in the meantime, how much damage is done? Wee, a lot. A lot. A lot.
Yeah, they just got to 3. 1 arcane was taken out. There is another arcane there standing. AM has to be careful. Can't really go in too deep as there is Nova and there is Focus Fire. You know, the DK is returning also from the main. We'll be up there with the army quite quickly.
So many footmen died as well. Look at this. This is slaughter. How to hold this without footmen? Without rifles, without everything. This, no. Always the right reaction by 1-0 so far.
Oh, AM, is he just dead after this coil Nova? The boots of speed trying to get him to safety.
Stop! Oh, he couldn't go to the potion. Oh, he didn't want to invest. That's an, I guess, unnecessary Archmage kill. And that must be game. Expo broken. Mountain King underleveled, army not existent, Archmage dead.
Yeah, the healer was on cooldown there. He used it just a second before.
Ah, okay.
Rough game! Once again, the expansion gets pushed and seemingly broken.
Oh, Sapper.
Oh, sappers! Oh, how much can they do? Not the greatest connection, honestly.
One shop, one ziggurat. That was too expensive for that. Was a Hail Mary? Okay, breaking the towers now. Fiends overwhelming.
And Fortitude is far away from any kind of respectable force. 30 supply only. Militia coming in, trying their best, but against this tier 3 upgraded undead army, they don't stand a chance. Even a nice Stormbolt dodge there. That fiend won't even be falling. And 1-0 breaks this base, and that's the GG.
That is the first 2-0 of the day, and that is a human mirror in the semifinals prevented. Our top 4 are Lin, Focus, Sock, 1-0.
Alright, cool. That's quite the illustrious round of players to be facing off again tomorrow for the first place and all the prize money and the glory that this tournament has to offer. So, no Night Elves represented, but everyone else is in the mix.
True that. This is gonna be really nice. Our bracket for tomorrow, 8 a.m. Focus versus Lin to start the day. Sock versus 1-0. And this is gonna look different, man. Sock is gonna approach this matchup completely different from Fortitude, and I think it's gonna fare a lot better than what Fortitude did today. A little disappointed with the human performance here today. 1-0 seems to have a great idea of how to defeat human, and no one can stop him at the moment. Looking forward to Sock's attempt tomorrow. So, 1 tournament done, 2 to go. Let's go into WGL April Pro qualifier. We have Moon versus Lawliot and Lin versus Infi coming up. Give us a few minutes to set everything up, and then we're back with the second tournament of the day. Stay tuned. Oh yeah, classic graphics, so you can all shut up and stop whining.